But do you all have any questions for Mama Cuds? Which it looks like they do. So you stay right there while I come up and start reading. Alrighty. What's your favorite tournament memory? From Small Jelly.
Okay, Small Jelly. I'd say there have been a couple, but as far as what really just sticks out for me as just a huge turning point, I'd say was E-League. The E-League competition, semifinals, where you just watching Janelle play, where she went through pretty much an entire team. It was after a comment had been made by a co-player, and her grace when being interviewed after the statement had been made by one of her co-players, which I know was a hard statement for her to hear, being that it was somebody that was on her team. I was proud of how graceful and well professionally she presented herself, but then how she went on to annihilate pretty much a whole team in order to take her team to the grand finals for E-League, and to watch how they supported each other and how they coach each other, get into each other's ears. And it was beautiful to see that team, considered the underdog, to see that team pull together to support each other, lift each other up, and win it. Very proud moment for me, and more of a testament to the community and the strength of team play.
Okay. What is your favorite type of music? So, when you get these answers, there's a lot of questions. So,
okay.
So, give detail, but
I will.
Quick, and then
my favorite music?
Yep.
R&B. 90s R&B.
Awesome. Who's your favorite Tekken character?
What would I say earlier? That it was
Claudio and Elisa.
Claudio and Elisa.
Oh, Majin said.
Majin.
Wait, where's the Mama Corey? Majin came in.
Hi, Majin. How are you?
Oh, she knows all about you.
One of my favorites. One of my favorites.
Yeah. He said, dope stream. Hi, Mishi Matic. Hi, Kahim. Hi, oh my God, there's so many people. Hi, guys. I feel like I missed everybody. I have a question for Cuds. Cuds, in your memory, how did your dad react when he was defeated by Mama Cuds a long time ago? Did he rage or was he graceful? He was graceful, but the thing is,
I don't really think I did not. I don't think I defeated him.
I think you did. What I remember was like,
because I'm pretty sure if I had beaten him,
but Dad was a button masher too.
I would not have forgotten.
Dad was a button masher too.
Oh, I don't know. But I'll take it.
But it was fun. My dad is very just like happy-go-lucky.
Yes,
he's super lighthearted and funny. Like it takes a lot for my dad to get mad. He's not competitive like that. Not like that.
He was in good spirits.
He's very, and it's time with the kids.
Yeah.
Indeed, yeah, Jamie Ely, Majin came in, I remember that. That win streak is legendary. If Mom could create a family esports team, what would its moniker be? I don't know what a moniker is. I don't know what that is.
Dad's here.
Hi, Dad! What's a moniker?
I know what moniker.
Oh, let me look that up on WikiLinks.
What would it be?
Hold on, I don't know what is a
E-League team, a family,
like an esports team.
Uh-huh.
Moniker definition. His real moniker is Dave Kent. Okay.
The name of
basketball.
What would it be?
Oh, basketball player Charles Barkley had the moniker the round mound of rebound. Oh, so
right.
like a catchy like poke chopped his mouth at the south.
Right.
Oh my God. Okay. So what would your
Furious Family Frenzy?
Ooh, I like that a lot. Furious Family Frenzy. You heard it here, folks. She knows. Favorite R&B song?
Ooh. Boys to Men, End of the Road.
Okay. Yep, that's my mom. Anita Baker or Patti LaBelle?
Anita Baker all day. Yes.
How many tournaments does she travel to with you? It's funny, we were just talking about that. She's gone a combo breaker, her and my dad, just to support me before I had any, like,
times.
yeah.
3 years, I think.
And even like when they would come to like the local tournaments, and so yeah, but we did talk about like my mom's like, if you give me more of a like notice, like months, she's like, I could come to a tournament with you, and I'm like, you're right, it's just
especially during the summers, yeah, because I'm off.
Vacay.
Yes, make it a girls trip, Emily.
Oh my God, she'd be so much fun, all of us.
Yeah, all of us together. Yeah, that would be nice.
Mom shopping info that we need. Beautiful mother.
Oh, thank you.
What's my mom's name? Vicky.
My name's Vicky. 2 K's, 2 I's.
Oh, what would the team name be? What would our team name be? I think like a
Carter Crew.
The Carter Crew. Are you a fan of Lars?
I've heard of Lars. I would have to do a little more research, but I've seen Lars play before, but not one way or the other with Lars. I've seen people fight and win with them, just haven't done much research.
Wikipedia. He's one of my favorite characters. That's Lars.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've seen Lars. Yeah.
Yeah, he's really dynamic, like his fighting style and stuff.
Yeah. You have to give me some time to get caught up on, to kind of get him. I need a little more time to form a history with the players and watching them and stuff.
What was Mama Cud's hobby when she was Cud's age?
I drew. I was an artist and reading. I love a good book to this day, but I eat books alive. I love reading and I love drawing.
Oh, Emily is my manager.
And I was in a choir.
So you sang, you read, and you drew.
Yes.
And a lot of those. Wow. What would your mom's gamer tag be? You know how mine's like cuddlecore would just be.
Mama Cuds.
Mama Cuds steps up to the plate. She sits down. First tournament.
Or Cuddle Mama.
Or Cuddle Mama.
I kind of like that better. It sounds less like something you would spit out.
Mama Cuds
sounds like you want to spit snuff or something.
Oh my God.
But I think Cuddle Mama.
Cuddle Mama. I like that. Hi from Spain to your beautiful mom.
Oh, hello.
Tekken rules.
Yes.
Hey man.
Hello, Tekken rules. I've seen on
Twitter
and I've liked a couple of things I think on Twitter or yes.
He's a good guy.
Hello. From Spain.
Carter Core. I like that one too.
Carter Core.
Phil Popinski said Carter Core. That could be a good one. I like that. What was Cuddle like growing up? That's kind of a hard question. Geez, now I'm really like conscious, but like, please tell them. What was I like growing up, Mom? Oh God. Energetic.
All consuming. Whatever she got involved in, which she just threw herself into it, but loud, energetic, and just very much into whatever it is she enjoyed at the time. And a sweetheart.
My mom doesn't play Tekken.
I do not.
But she's very much into like what I'm doing in the community and what others are doing, to be connected.
And getting educated about it.
Right.
About Tekken in the community itself.
Same name as my mother. Linnell said her name is Victoria, but we call her Vicky.
Oh, and yeah, I kind of wished growing up that it was Victoria, but just Vicky. Just be pretty simple.
Oh my God, R-Star, please.
I knew we had a connection, L-Train. Look,
he's family.
That's Mama one way or another. That's right.
If Mom picked up Tekken 7, who would her main be? Which we did talk about already with Claudio. And who would your second character be? Elisa.
Well, my first one would be Elisa. My second would be Claudio.
Oh, never mind. First would be Elisa. Second would be Claudio. And why?
I talked about that a little bit about their different fighting styles, and Claudio just his
swag,
his swag and fashion. I just love it, and he does it with such style. his his fighting. So it's not really based on logic or strategy or anything.
That swag.
But for Elisa, she's fierce. She's fierce and she wears it like a lady, but she whips it out like a monster.
Mm-hmm.
So she is awesome. So yeah.
This is why I really love that character.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about audiobooks?
I think to each his own. If that's something you like, that's great. But for me, to be able to turn a page, to be able to smell a book, to go into an old-fashioned library, and you can smell the books and the old books, and to be able to open it up and turn the pages is part of the whole reading experience. So for me, ebooks, no, or audiobooks, no.
Oh, duo heartstring with Mama Cuz win. Sometime. Mom's favorite book genres. I want to say Lionel.
Nonfiction, kind of nonfiction, biographical.
Like
books
the book
I enjoy. Yeah, which is what I'm reading right now. So yeah.
Mama Cuz versus Nee. I love Nee. That's so cool. I like Cuddle Mama. Cuddle Mama is better. Like the name. Yeah.
Cuddle Mama. Yeah.
What kind of books? Romans or books like is it Machiavelli?
Machiavellian type of thing. No, just I like biographical books. I like nonfiction, fiction. It just kind of depends on the book. But I'm recently reading Michelle Obama's Becoming, and before that I read Trevor Noah's most recent book. Both phenomenal books. So it just kind of depends on the book itself. I love good poetry. I love good heart-wrenching poetry, so I'm a huge fan of Maya Angelou. And Richard Wright is one of my favorite authors. And
Richard Wright is amazing. You introduced me to him.
Yeah. James Baldwin. So, yeah, just love a good book. It can be any genre. It just kind of depends. Not a big mystery fan at all. Not mysteries, not murder type of things, not thrillers or even sci-fi. Not big fans of those genres, but I'm pretty open most times to others.
Oh, no, I'm still listening. I just make sure you get all your questions. Mm-hmm. Would Cuddle Mama play Kazumi? She's a mom as well. Oh, it's Kazuya's mom in Tekken. I'm a mom, so I play a mom. No, that's funny. She's really good.
I'd be up for it.
And she has a tiger, too.
I didn't know that.
And she has a tiger. Oh, it's wild. Were you skeptical of Cuddle's passion for gaming at first? Some parents really aren't supportive of the gaming community. We talked about this a little.
And so maybe you can.
Oh, yeah, so she said at first that she kind of was hesitant about some parts of it because, if you don't know, it's like, all you know is what you hear. But she got more educated about it by, asking me questions, by watching the tournaments. She also got a Twitter.
Going to the venues where you would go.
Right, going to the venues where I would go, meeting my gaming friends who became some of my dear friends for life.
Inviting them into our home, getting to know them as young men, not just as gamers.
So all of that. So at first, yeah. But then she, she's really been one of my biggest supports, for sure. Loud. Yeah, I was really loud. I sprang him a lot as a kid.
Oh, they said loud.
Yeah, Pill Pop was like loud. How many detentions did Cuddle get in school?
Not one.
Remember the one that I did give for being late, and you said, "Oh no, this is not for anything," and it was because it was something that wasn't my fault.
And they called you to the dean's office before I could even contact them, because I was going to call because you couldn't get you had your tennis rackets and you couldn't get them in the locker because the locker was too small, so you ended up being late because you were trying to get them in the locker, and so the dean read your transcript and called you to his office. He's like, "You've never been in trouble. Your grades are exceptional. Obviously, there was some issue here. What was going on?" And you explained to him. He said, "Don't worry about it. This has been this has been wiped away.
Right,
you're fine. And I was like, I'm glad he came to us before.
Right, because Mom wants to raise some hell, man. She doesn't play that. She does not. She's like, I know, like, my daughter does not. Right.
Mom, like, just make sure you make room in your locker. I'm
right.
Like,
I had to make sure. It was hard because.
Yeah.
Mama Core, I heard you make some amazing ribs. Can I get the recipe? I do talk about your food a lot. I get hungry.
I'll pass it on to Janelle.
Elisa, got to, man. You'd be surprised at how parental support can hinder / drive your passion. We did talk.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Oh no, I was reading
what you reading?
A statement that my friend made. You'd be surprised at how parental support can hinder / drive your passion.
Yeah.
Elisa Mirror, yes, we need that recipe, Mama, cuz getting involved like this for her daughter, top tier parenting, hands down. After listening to your mom, I can tell why you're so nice and humble. Tekken Rule said that. Has she ever come to any tournaments with you? Yeah, you know, they have come to, like, they've been at some locals, and, you know, because they can't really travel all the time because, you know, work and things like that, but when Combo Breaker's like 50 minutes from me, they always visit. They always visit me.
Hey, and there's still time.
The summer's still young.
And work on her getting me her schedule early enough in the summers so I can start planning so I can go.
Oh,
We're working on that. A conversation has at least been started.
Your mom is so supportive. Oh, yeah, Rianne King said this. I gotta read people's names with it too. Supportive, involved in an incredibly healthy way. My mom, Pill Pop said, my mom always read like murder mystery books.
My mother did too, and my sister. They loved mysteries, the murder mysteries. My sister loved Agatha Christie, and she even used to watch Mystery Theater. She listened to it on the radio. She loved those. And my mother was a big romance novel fan, which I was growing up, but then I married a romance novel in my husband, so I lost interest in those after a while.
You don't pick the characters, they pick you already. You are a Claudio player already, even without playing the game.
Aww.
Oh, that was Tekken Rules.
That Tekken Rules is a keeper. I'm going to have to.
He's a nice guy.
Sounds like it.
Trevor Noah has a book. Oh, Arstar said that. Yeah, he does. What about Nikki Giovanni's poetry?
Oh, my goodness, yes.
Small gels with the tech.
I went to an HBCU. I went to Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee. And, you know, coming from the south side of Chicago, even in my school, had never heard much on Nikki Giovanni. I hadn't heard anything on her at all. Maya Angelou maybe a little bit, but Nikki Giovanni I was introduced to at Fisk University during the early 1980s, and I read everything I could get my hands on. What a beautiful writer and poet. I fell in love with her. And it's funny because we're so visual, because the first thing I fell in love with was her name on the cover of the book, because she spelled her name Nikki, and it was similar to the way I spelled mine. And then my true love affair with her began when I opened up her first book. Oh my goodness, yes, Nikki Giovanni. Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay.
That I would say that was in many ways my an awakening for me, a true awakening for me, going to a historically black college and university, and the people that it exposed me to, their works, and the entire environment, just absolutely beautiful. I came home so radical. I changed my hairstyle. I had a fro. My hair was in a perpetual fist. My sister was like, you need to calm down, or we're going to kick you out. But what a beautiful awakening, and Nikki Giovanni was part of that. I'm so glad you put that out there.
Yeah, the sweethearts. I call them gels. Small
Okay.
gel, small jelly.
Yes.
One of my friends.
Yeah, she was a very one of my favorite works of literature is New Black Voices, where it has all of the our African American writers and poets of the Black Renaissance in Harlem, and all of it. It's just full of all of those artists, the Claude McKays and Nikki Giovanni and Maya Angelou and James Baldwin and Richard Wright, and all of the just beautiful works. And hadn't thought about it in a while, but oh, what an impression it has left on my life.
I thought you would like that question.
Yeah.
I wish I could write mystery and thriller plot. It has to be fantasy if I'm writing, though. It is better to be feared than loved if you can't have both. Machiavelli? Yeah. Probably likes Harlem Renaissance material.
Yes, I do. Yeah, and I just spoke on that. Yeah.
Being an open-minded parent is goals. Damn, Cuddle a troublemaker. I was the prince of detention. Had 100% average though. I need to watch my back now. She's Cuddle ribs at the cookout. I got detentions for not turning up to detentions. That's
not right.
That's why your mom is the truth. She didn't have to take those extra steps, but she did it to understand your passion. Just the little things mean a lot and have an impact. My mother did the same. Thank you for doing the stream. The transparency you both display is phenomenal.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, as thank Rodney, one of my other friends, he's from Michigan. He's one of just Midwest gamers, just also a dear friend of mine. Just years of just you bond with them. And
yeah.
They're your family.
Yes.
Like he was talking about that too. That we're all family. You know, like Shadow Junior, me, him, Linnell, all caps, like all of us. And many more. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do.
Oh my gosh, she married a romance novel. That's sweet. They said, "Aw, does the family have any canine members? If so, what kinds?"
We do not have
dogs.
any canine members, even though my husband and I both grew up with dogs, as dogs that were part of our families for decades, and but in our household, no, we do not have any canine members because they were a huge responsibility, and we knew that with our work schedules and then the girls, all of their activities, they were never home. And then when they were, they didn't want to be bothered, half the time with other things, let alone a pet that they would have had to be responsible for. So if we couldn't get the pet out, never felt a dog should be caged or locked up all the time. And with our schedules, there was no way to really give a pet the attention they would have needed and deserved. So we never went that route.
The support is dope. A lot of ahs. Nikki Giovanni taught at my school. Took her class. That was Gels, the same person who said who asked the question.
Wow, that is great. Gels, have you ever heard of Manning Marable? Manning Marable was also he was a teacher at Fisk, and he went on to teach at Columbia University and other phenomenal universities, and he was quite a historian. He's passed away now. He's been gone maybe, I don't think quite 10 years. But Dr. Manning Marable, phenomenal teacher. Good stuff. That's great about her being one of your teachers. I can't imagine. I know for him, again, he wrote great books like Capitalism in Black America type of things, and I took that class with him, and oh my goodness, just a true understanding of things from a grassroots level for us as Black people in America, and very instrumental part in an awakening of mine.
DJ Young Prestige said, "I'm a Howard grad. HBCU.
All right, woohoo!"
Has your mom ever read the Tekken history?
No, not yet.
So I said, Rodney said, "Good question. Afro picks, LOL." Which reminds me, I gotta pick my hair. How was it attending a Black college?
It was invaluable, priceless. The education that I got there beyond just books, but the spirit in and of the university itself, why the university existed in the first place, how it came into existence. I learned so much, not just in book terms, but about myself as a person. And I know to this day that it made me the person that I am today, the parent that I am today, the woman that I am today, the individual, the wife I am today, and the family member that I am today, because of the strength that I garnered while being there, based on the history of not just my family, but on my people.
Okay. No love for Langston Hughes? Question. It's like a joke.
Oh, we've got his works. I've got his artwork. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, baby. You don't have an awakening without Langston Hughes being part of that. Oh yes, I missed somebody, but forgive that. But oh yes. Yes.
Hi. I love your mom now in the same way that I love you. To see African Americans so wise, so sweet is heaven. My respect, and keep being humble.
Oh, thank you.
Don't worry, guys. I get what you're saying. I saw what everybody said at the bottom too. Like, no, I get what he's saying. Because with the English translation, sometimes
okay.
like he speaks English, but sometimes like certain things get translated weird.
Okay.
Mama Cud's you a real one.
Oh, thank you.
What is the? Be careful of the word. What do you mean? What is the moment in Cuddle's life so far that you are the most proud of? That's a.
Oh, her birth. The day she was born. The doctor placed her close to my heart, and she's been there, but ever since. The day she was born is the day I'm most proud of, and I've only grown more proud of her since then.
You know, didn't you say that it was like I couldn't
oh my goodness, you had so many issues. You were born healthy, but you were very particular. You were very particular. Only me and your dad. Nobody else could really, you wouldn't much be bothered with anybody else in the beginning. Just your dad and I. But you were very outgoing, very smart, very curious, very passionate. Again, very loud. We knew when you were happy. We knew when you were angry. We knew when you were sad. You let it be known. But you were also...
but you all never told me not to be expressive, and I'm so glad. You know what I'm saying?
Because when you think about... Because people learn differently. People love differently. People express differently. If you shut off one part of a person like that, you don't know. You could be shutting off their lifeline. So we never put those kind of limitations on you all. I mean, I don't know how anybody else does it, but like I think, and your father and I talked about this before we even had kids, but we both brought into things from our upbringings that we thought would be valuable in our household. But things we thought that our parents didn't do so well, that they may have thought they were rolling with, we were like, we're going to leave that shit behind. We're not doing that. We don't believe in that. We're not going to do that. We're not going to squash our kids. Children are seen and they are heard. They are not to just be seen and not heard. You shut off their voice now. What's to make them want you to hear their voice later? You know. So, no. None of that. None of that.
And I'm so glad because it's such a huge part of who I am.
Yes. It's the core of who you are.
Core.
Being able to express yourself. To express who you are, what you do, what you love, your feelings. And I'm very much the same way. Very much the same way.
I couldn't picture not being that kind of person because that's all I know. Being more like affectionate and huggy and touchy, like yeah, and then you know that's just
and everything you were like that from the time you were born.
You being close
and you liked being swaddled.
You
liked being hugged. You liked being cuddled. You liked, the love and affection that we doted on you with.
I loved it, and I loved it then. I loved it now. And
you thrive on it. Yes, and people are different. People are different. Some people don't.
It's just
but I was a loner by nature. But I got that. I got that from my mother. I got that from my father, and they instilled that in me, and you give it back.
I'm so glad that Grandma and Grandpa gave that to you, because
it's just
it's crazy because even though I never met Grandma and I met Grandpa, it's nice
so much like her.
I still.
You feel them.
Feel those things all the time.
Yes. That stuff, we're going to blink it back.
It's just crazy because I definitely have it. I didn't get to meet some of the people I wanted to, but now I think about it, what you've taught me, some of those things, and the affection that you've given me, I had such a good idea of what Grandma was like. And now
you walk in it because they are so much, your ancestors are, you look in the mirror, you're looking at your ancestors. You live your life. Your ancestors, they're all through you. I mean, I'm just here to tell you because I can see them in you. You didn't know them, so you don't know that, but I'm here to tell you. And then when you look at your children, whether I'm here or not, you're like, ooh, you are so much like my mother, girl. You need to go out of this room.
I say that about Ashton, though.
But when you all look at each other and the comments that you make, so good stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got your checking rules, no problem. I got you. I understand. And thanks R-Star for clarifying and Y'all are great.
What was that?
Oh no, it's just my translation of
Okay.
his sentence from earlier.
Okay.
Passes cuz a tissue. Mama cuz make me cry over here. These are a lot of crying emojis.
Oh, don't cry.
Your mom is such a queen. She's incredible. Someone's cutting onions in here. What a beautiful answer, Mama Core. Oh, not the cry voice. I'm a cry too. Give me 1 sec to get some Kleenex. What are you?
Blink back. We're gonna blink back, guys. No crying. No crying. We're okay. We're
Got
good.
the glassy eyes over here. LOL. Cut's loud. I'm not buying. She barely whispers anger when playing Tekken. Oh, no. It's just
She's yeah.
I kind of put it. It's only for, I gotta remember it. You know, I always have to remind myself it's practice.
Yeah.
We're about to close shop in a little bit, y'all. Maybe 5 more minutes. Who put water in my eyes? Yeah, I was raised to be seen and not heard. It's really important that people, like children be raised to be seen and heard,
And that's not to say that you don't give your children certain boundaries, because you just can't let them run willy-nilly.
Right.
But as parents, we can, in setting that foundation for them, we were just based on what we knew to be true when we were growing up. Just certain things we didn't want to bring with us into our parenting environment when we raised our children. And that was one of them. But to teach them that there were still certain, rules that you had to abide by, that there are consequences to behavior, those type of things, most definitely. But when it came to their personalities and being able, because your personality presents itself the day you are born, and it only presents itself more as you get older, the importance of being able to know that you have a platform in being a platform in being able, you have a platform where you can feel free to be yourself. And if you can't do that in your own home, it can be tough. Mm-hmm. It can be tough.
Mm-hmm. No, Janelle is doing the cry voice now. The core is being empowered. The cuddling was at the core of her being. Mama Cud's got mad jewels. OMG, cuddle like being cuddled. Who would have thought? There's something in my eyes. Tears. When did rain start falling from my eyes? Yeah, tons of dust in this room. It's raining inside my house. Mama Cuddles, the way you speak and your knowledge and jewels reminds me so much of my godmother. You're amazing.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Mama Cuz is ahead of the curve on mental health. It is clear to see why you are the way you are, Janelle. Yeah, I know, Kahim. Now you see.
Oh, I messed her up, Kahim.
No. Like, he means it in a good way.
I know, I'm just joking.
Also, your aura, you got a certain glow about you that is inviting and gracious. I can see how Cuddles grew into a fine young woman. Hi, Havens. Oh, my friend Havens said hi.
Hi, Havens.
He said, hi, Mom.
Hi.
Janelle named after anyone in particular?
Yes, she is. She's named for my, at the time Janelle was born, I'm the youngest of 5 siblings. And my mother's name was Mary Jean, and my sister's name was Gail. So in memory and honor of both of them, I combined their names to make Janelle. And my mother-in-law's maiden name, before she married, her maiden name was Sinclair. So I named Janelle to honor both my parents and my husband's mother.
So Janelle?
Well, my sister, my mother, and then my mother-in-law.
Yeah, Janelle Sinclair Carter.
Yes.
Yep. Well, you all have been great. Thank you so much for Sinclair, such a dapper name. Wow, that's deep. Yeah, I told my mom once that I felt like I've said actually a few times that I felt like sometimes there's like 2 people in me. Like I feel them, like my aunt and my grandma. And it's interesting because I think about the name, and I'm like, well, I'm connected to them, and they'll always be with me.
Yeah, because there was a strength and a power in them that will always be with you.
And I think
and
that's
carrying those names, strong, loving, kind, and steadfast women.
And I definitely got that from them and you. So.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Lilo. And you all, thank you so much for tuning into this. This was super successful. Thank you, Carter Core. Awesome stream. You two have been great. Y'all both classy. Ladies, stay fresh. This was a wonderful stream. Thank you both so much.
Thank you. Thank you all for having me.
One awesome stream. Please have more streams with Mama Cuddles. Thanks to you both. Wish I was here earlier. Well, you can also check out that archive or that the past podcast. Maybe I'll even do a rerun of it. Who knows? So people can.
Sounds good.
So people can. So I'll replay it for them.
Because I like to see it myself.
Oh, then you will definitely see it.
Okay.
Thank you all so much for attending this. I know I've been lacking on the CudCasts. Your girl's busy, but it's so nice to see how our community has grown. The Cuddle Link and how we've all contributed such special parts to it, and you all really made me feel like I can be myself, and I've come out of my shell even more because of you all. So much so that I brought my mother on the CudCast.
Yes.
You all are great. Thank you so much.
And thank you all for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for having my mom. Oh, Will, awesome interview. Ooh, I came at the end. I'm sorry. No, it's okay. Awesome interview. Twitch recommended channels did some justice today. This was fun, and thank you, Cece and Mom. Heart.
Oh, we're still talking about that cookout. We talked about cookout at some point.
Will Mom have dishes prepared for the cookouts? Oh, she'll probably help me because I'll be cooking. I want to hug both of you. Thank you so much for this awesome stream.
Consider yourself hugged, sweetheart.
Cuties on stream. On screen. Hi, Mose. Have a blessed day. That's from R-Star.
You do the same, R-Star.
Lots of deep questions and great answers. Bye, guys. Take it easy. Have a great day. And y'all just... I forgot. There's a ton of people. I could probably name them all. Everybody, I love you all. Thank you so much. If I didn't call out your name, I'm sorry because I just missed stuff.
Thank you all.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All of you for this.
And thank you for having me, love.
Oh, of course, I love you so much.
Thank you.
Love you so much. Of course. Love you, Mommy.
Thank you.
And I will see you all soon.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
Yeah,
Be blessed.
Have a great weekend. Bye, y'all. I wonder who I could... Hold on, before I go, I gotta host somebody. I gotta give these lovely people to someone. Because I feel like, I did it, but I really need to make sure somebody gets some loving. Hold on. I'm gonna host... Now she's on!
Bye now. Bye.